During her visit to Moscow on Sunday, the German Chancellor Angela Merkel taking part in a commemoration ceremony for the fallen Soviet soldiers. On arrival in the afternoon, she was joined by the Russian President Vladimir Putin in laying a floral tribute to the tomb of the unknown soldier. And the German leader received a very warm welcome here in Moscow. And outside the Kremlin, the Chancellor even took a chance to show off her well-known linguistic prowess. She was heard switching from language to language to language with amazing fluency.
Where do you come from? Turkey. Turkey. Oh, okay. Bye-bye.
Well, the German and Russian leader held more formal talks at the Kremlin. They said their two nations must continue to work together despite all of their current differences. RT's Igor Piskunov has details of their meeting.
Angela Merkel herself said that the reason why she ended up coming to Moscow is that despite all the political turbulence which is still there between Russia and the West, the world must remember the significant price the Russian nation paid in the fight against Nazism.
I wanted to say to the Russian people that I, as German Chancellor, bow my head to the millions of victims who died as a result of the war started by the National Socialists in Germany. We will always remember that the people of the then Soviet Union and the Red Army soldiers bore the brunt in this war. The Red Army played a decisive role in liberating Germany.
Overall, I think the main message that we received from this meeting is that, of course, there are difficulties and disagreements still there between Russia and the West, but there's a definite need to start looking for ways to move forward. Also, both Merkel and Putin said concerning the situation in Ukraine that the only solution there is a diplomatic one, which must be based on the further implementation of the Minsk agreements and the continuation of the Normandy 4 format, which includes Russia, Germany, France and Ukraine, of course. Talking about sanctions, the Russian president said that businesses are among those who suffer the most and pointed out that entrepreneurs both from Germany and from Russia have been long asking for all these obstacles to be removed. However, Angela Merkel did raise the issues of Russia's reunification with Crimea, which hasn't been recognized in the West and Germany in particular, and Moscow's policies on Ukraine. But Putin also raised another issue, double standards by the West.
Look at what happened in Yemen and what we're seeing there now. There was a coup and the president stepped down. But now some countries which we have good relations with are trying to bring him back to power through the use of force. And everyone calls it a coup. But when a coup happened in Ukraine, we saw all sorts of support for those who carried out the coup. If we keep approaching the same scenarios with different standards, we will never be able to agree on anything.